and welcome to MGP402. I'm Kevin. With me this week, there is Sheepdog and Pab. Say hello, boy and dog.
Hello.
Hello. Now we know which one's the boy after all these years. There's no girl here this week. She's doing sleeping. No one's going to believe that. Everyone's going to think, oh, she's playing on the PS5 then, because it's PS5 launch week. I promise you, Anna is not playing on the PS5. PS5. She is in bed because she's doing her first weekend at her new job this weekend and has got to be up super early in the morning. So she's gone off and had herself a little early night. So no Anna this week. It is going to be something that we're probably going to have every couple of weeks. Perhaps Anna will only be on every other show now unless we figure out a new recording slot. It's a whole new world. We're figuring all this out. But no Anna this week. So you're going to get a comprehensive PS5 review from the three people who don't have PlayStation tattoos. So it's going to be what's the word I'm looking for, Sheepdog? Bad review. That wasn't the word I was looking for. It's going to be an unbiased review.
I was going to say, that would be bad.
I've got an incredible review of the menus coming up, boys and girls. So, we've got some menu discussion to have. How are we, though? Are we all good?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm afraid to move now because of this squeaky chair. I didn't configure it. So now I'm just...
Now Pab's going to have to leave that intro in, isn't he? Because no one's going to have any idea why you're referencing a squeaky chair.
I assumed he was going to leave it in, if I'm honest.
I might.
Yeah, if he cuts it, my chair's squeaking and I can't help it and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I did the intro for the first time and Sheepdog, it sounded like he was falling down the stairs.
It literally made a little squeaky sound, it didn't.
I really didn't. It was
loud, like sort of you were banging around.
Weird.
Yeah, it wasn't just a chair squeaking.
Yeah.
Maybe someone fell down the stairs. Maybe I should go check on my kids and my wife.
Maybe you should. But let's do it. Yeah, I was going to say, wait until the end of the show. Or at the very least, the ad break. Because we don't have time for all this. Because Anna's gone to bed because she's got work early in the morning. She doesn't walk to work, kids. I've got a driver there. I'm getting up just as early. So... I would also like to wrap this up in a nice tight 9-minute podcast. So that's what we're aiming for this week. So no nonsense from you, Sheepdog. We're going to be concise. People want to hear about the PlayStation 5 menus, and by golly, I'm going to tell them about the PlayStation 5 menus because that's all I've been able to do on my PS5 so far. Because I ordered the digital one, which I'm still going to defend my decision to order the digital one, even though I've not been able to play a game on it yet. And the only game I've bought FIFA, because obviously I was going to buy FIFA, but the only other game I've bought on it is Persona 5 Royal, which I own on disc for PlayStation 4. But obviously I can't put that disc in, so in order to be able to backwards compatible it, I had to buy it again. So... me thinking I was clever saving money getting the digital only version. I mean, loads of the rest of the back catalogue. Just the fact that I've played it means that I can still download it, which is quite cool, I think, from what I was looking. Unless I've just misunderstood, unless there's just loads of stuff for free on there anyway.
There's a PlayStation library, PlayStation 4 library of games that is there now for PS Plus members.
Yeah, because vanilla Persona 5 was on there for me to download, and I thought, well, I could play that version, the hobo version, but I got Royal for a reason. I spent 90 quid on it earlier in the year. I'm only 20 hours into it. My PS4 is now... well, it's currently on our bedroom floor because I said to Anna, I don't want this anymore. Can you sell it for me? And she said, yeah, but remind me. And I knew I'd forget, so I've put it on the bedroom floor near where she gets out of bed. So every time she gets out of bed, she'll basically stand on it and then remember to sell it for me. It's all part of my master plan. Otherwise, it's going in a cupboard, never to be seen again. I mean, I don't know how to use eBay. It's all a bit beyond me. I'm too old for eBay. So I can't play my Persona game on my PS4 anymore. So I had to buy it again on the PS5. So I've spent 50 quid out of the £100 I saved getting Persona 5 Royal.
Seriously?
So if I now buy what I mean, and the other one I almost got Spider-Man Miles Morales, which we own on disc on a PS5 disc because I bought it for Anna, and I was there thinking I've got to get a PS5 game. Surely I can't get a new console and just download a game I've already got on PC. and a game I already had on the PS4. I've got to get a PS5 game, and I was looking through the catalogue thinking the only one I'm even mildly interested in is Miles Morales. But if I get that, I've then spent the £100 that I saved by getting the digital-only console on launch day, and everyone will ruin me for it. So I think long-term it'll probably still be okay, although Anna's already said she wants the Sackboy game, and I quite like the look of the Sackboy game, but she wants to get the disc so she can sell it when she's done with it. And I was like, well, can't you get it digital so I can play it too? If you pay half. But you buy all the PlayStation games and I just borrow them.
You often buy two at the same time in the past, though, don't you?
Only if it's like the only time we've done that in the last 2 or 3 years. Last of Us 2 I bought download because we needed 2 copies of it because we wanted to play it at the same time. But I think that's probably it. Everything else I've played on PlayStation in the last generation probably have been games Anna's bought that have just been lying around the house, and at some point I've just picked it up and gone, I'll give that a little go. And it occurred to me far too late in this process that I can't do that anymore, and I've actually got to buy my own PlayStation games.
You could just sell your digital one and, I don't know, wait a month and buy a new one with the massive profits you've got from it.
I've already bought the games now, Sheepdog. I've got David Beckham downloading now.
My David Beckham
version of FIFA.
They'll be on your account, so you could buy the disc one off of Amazon when it comes available tomorrow or something. Because I saw Jake Body bought one like yesterday for delivery today, and then stick your digital one straight online for like £700. And
I've already crawled around under my desk now to set this thing up. I ain't crawling again. This is it now.
Well, take the wires out of the back of the one that's there, and then put the new one in place.
Look at you pretending I'm going to do any of this stuff. I'm just gonna be comfortable with my decision.
You're going to hate your decision.
Know that I was right.
End up with a third one.
You know full well I ain't going to hate it. I'm just going to be like, realistically, I'm going to buy FIFA every year. And I would have done that anyway because Anna doesn't have it. And I can't. I'm looking through the stuff that's coming up. If I go in the store, because I'm getting really good at these menus, if I have a look in the store, there is nothing on the coming soon that I have any plans of getting. Horizon, no. Gran Turismo, no. Ratchet and Clank, no. Deathloop, no. Final Fantasy, no. It's just all no. I ain't getting any of this trash.
I don't want to sound like, I know last week I was pretty negative. Just as a side, I will talk about Miles Morales a bit more later on, but I'm really liking that now, and I feel less worried about the whole cost thing. But my wife said to me, "What do you want for Christmas this year?" And you know me, every year I'm like, I don't know, I haven't got a clue. And I make the mistake of getting the only games I want like months in advance and playing them before Christmas, and then not being able to get them for Christmas. So I said to her, the only things I want, we can't really afford at the moment, like a new console or a PC. And then I said to her, hang on, actually, I don't like. I've looked through the launch titles on the PS5, and there's now coming out on it for at least 6 months or more that I want. And that's not me being kind of grumpy. You've just listed the big games, and it's like that. Yeah, there just isn't much there, is there? And I know launches are always like this. This is what the third one we've done on the podcast now, isn't it? I think, or at least maybe we weren't that close to the other launch, but still, it just doesn't feel like I'm burning to get one. And the fact that Anna's gone 3 days without turning hers on, and you've managed to get through the 2 days, whatever. I don't know what day of the week it is, Pab. You didn't need to correct me.
It arrived yesterday. She plugged it in this morning.
Yeah. All right, Pab. 24 hours. But yeah, the fact Kev's not played anything on his because he couldn't download them and blah blah blah. It feels a little bit different, doesn't it? It's a bit odd that.
I mean, me not being able to download them is absolutely my fault, because you two have already heard the story of me and the settings, but to bring the listeners in, basically, when I was setting it up, it asks you what power saving mode you want, and it doesn't. I mean, perhaps it does explain what they are.
Did you press the button that said "I'm a vegan"? And then
pretty much. I went to the one that was the most power saving. It was like, well, I want to save some trees. I'll do the one that's got the most power saving on it. So I just went right to that end of the scale of about 5 choices and just didn't think anything else of it. Went on there, bought Persona, bought FIFA, got Bug Snacks ready to download, got a few other bits and pieces, like, I don't know, a couple of the games on the PS4 back catalogue. I've got quite a few bits ready to download, and then turned it off, thinking, come back to that tomorrow. Boom, gonna have loads of games to play. haven't touched it until 9 o'clock this evening when I finished my stream. And I thought, right, I'll have a couple of games of FIFA before I get going, just to get the feel of this controller. And nothing had downloaded, because on the most power-saving of power-saving modes, it doesn't go into standby. It just turns off, obviously, and doesn't download anything. And my PS4, I was just so used to it just downloading when I turned it off. That would be how I would get games. FIFA comes out, right, buy it, turn it off, come back tomorrow, sorted. So yeah, I've got nothing. The one thing I was able to do is I had like 20 minutes on Astro's Playroom, because that's pre-installed. By the way, love having a pre-installed game. I've not had a pre-installed game since the Master System.
I was going to say Master System era. That's very old school, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, but it was sat there ready to go, and I'm sure you've played it as well, haven't you, Pab?
Yes, I have.
Astro's Playroom. It's I thought it was just going to be a tech demo of the controller, because that's how it kind of intros itself, as this is going to show you all the cool stuff the controller can do. And having only used this controller for 20 minutes, and you long-time listeners know my thoughts on PlayStation versus Xbox controllers, I am already a convert. I am sold. This is, 20 minutes in, the best controller I've ever used. The triggers are utterly sensational. They are... What's the technical term for what the triggers do, Pab?
Force feedback.
Force feedback, responsive type stuff. Yeah, basically, you can press them a little bit, and it feels like... I'm sure it's not pushing you back, but it feels like it's pushing me back again. And you've got different levels that you can do it on. It's got the same magical vibration stuff that you have in the Switch Joy-Cons. So... There's a bit on Astro's Playroom when you're ice skating, and as you're going ice skating around, you can feel the motion, and it feels like you're actually, I am actually ice skating, and I can feel it in the controller. And it's utterly stunning. The vibration in it is the best vibration I've ever felt in a controller. The weight of it's a lovely weighty controller. It's a little bit bigger than they've been previously. The motion control in it is absolutely spot on. And then the layout of it is just normal PlayStation thing. The only thing I'd change is swapping the analog stick and the D-pad over, because I still don't get why PlayStation have always put the analog sticks in an awkward spot. And they're all in on that now. They ain't changing it. But everything else about this controller is perfect. It's just a perfect controller.
I did see people complaining online that the word Sony doesn't line up with the charge on the back. If you want to hear a complaint, I've seen quite a few people.
People are such morons.
I don't know. Someone tweeted it, and then I've just seen it since now. When you look at the back,
I mean, I haven't even looked at the back of it until just now. Mine does as well. Theirs is wrong.
Theirs must be wrong then. But it made me laugh, because I was just like, as if you care. Like, you might notice that on the first day and go, I wonder why they chose to do that. But you get on with
who's holding it that way up over?
It's weird, isn't it?
It's even got a microphone built into the controller.
Is that what you're using to record?
I don't know if it's any good.
It does work. Yeah. It does work, but I don't know. It's not amazing, but...
So I can just plug a set of headphones into the controller, got a microphone there, and sorted. It's also
got a speaker on it as well, so...
But I don't think you can put the game through the controller speaker, because I tried.
No, you can. But you can have chat through the controller speaker, and you can chat through it yourself.
Nice.
I was going to say, like, don't they normally have ones that make a little bit of a noise in games anyway?
There is one on the PS4 yeah.
Yeah.
But that is a component of Astro's Playroom. I think having that little speaker going, I think that enhances it a lot. Just like I say, everything about the controller on Astros it does enhance.
But yeah, that's getting back to the Astro's Playroom thing. I thought it was just going to be a short little tech demo, but getting through 20 minutes of it, this is a proper game. This is like a walk back through. It's like Sony did Nintendo. It's a little stroll through memory lane through the PlayStation's history, doing little 3D platforming, little fun things. It's for a little freebie that's included. It shows the controller off beautifully, and it was actually quite good fun for 20 minutes. It's all I've done on my PS5, so I'm sure there's probably going to be more that this console has to offer than Astro's Playroom. I'm very excited to get started on Bugsnax, which is downloading now. But yeah, the controller, beautiful. It's just a wonderful thing.
I would agree. I would wholeheartedly agree.
Have you done much of yours?
What, the controller?
No, your PlayStation.
Yeah, so I played say about what are we on, 3 or 4 games, 4, 5 games? I don't know. PlayStation 5 games. The only one that utilises a controller is the Astro's Playroom, realistically. So you might as well not be playing with this controller if you're playing other games at the minute. Which is I don't know if that's worrying or not. Nothing does, and it does makes this controller play like it does other than Astro's Playroom. So I played Spider-Man. Not really much there going with it. There's you use the triggers for web swinging, so a little bit, but not really. That's probably about it for that. Demon Souls, nah, nothing. Realistically, I don't think it didn't feel like anything. Bugsnax, nothing. The only thing that
Bugsnax? Sorry.
We'll get to that in a little while. The only one that I have played, and I played it today, is the new Call of Duty Cold War. That one has the force feedback on the triggers, but that's it. There's no any special vibration or anything like that, like there is in Astro's Playroom. So yeah, that is the game that I want to clamber back to is Astro's Playroom. I want to pick you up on the fact you think it is a full game, Kev. You're right, it is. But it's a 4-level game, so it's not going to take you that long to.
Sounds like my kind of game.
Well, it is. But like I say, if it feels like I feel like they could have made this into a full game, and they may well do. They may well make a full paid version of this at some point with tons more levels and stuff like that, because it is a tech demo going through the history of PlayStation. Each level is a different PlayStation. So this, say you got 1 to 4, and you got all your collectibles in there and all your things. But like I say, it is primarily there to show off the controller, and it is like Kevin said, it is kind of mind blowing. It is kind of staggering the amount of times that I was I had to stop and go, wait, do that again, and it's something else. And if first party can get on board with this, then great. It'll be for first party only. I can't imagine. I mean, if third party get on board, then even better. But I cannot imagine third party getting on board, especially if they're having features on the PlayStation that isn't on the Xbox. It just seems, or PC even. It seems kind of counterintuitive for them to only give certain features to certain consoles. But you never know. It's been done before and it's been seen. Who knows? What else would you like to know?
I'd like to know everything about the PlayStation 5, Pab.
Okay.
Everything.
I've got some awkward news, Pab, about that Destruction All-Stars game that I'm supposed to be getting you from Doritos.
Oh, yeah.
I was just Googling when that's actually out, because I was looking up the launch list to see at what point I'd need to get one of these to play a game I want. And that's going to be on PS Plus for free in February, apparently.
It's launching on PS Plus, isn't it?
Is it?
It is, you're right.
So I won a free game, basically. They are such swines.
It wasn't going to be, though. It was going to be a full-price game when on launch till they pushed it.
Yeah. Because I messaged them saying, did you email me this? Because I searched my inbox and it comes up saying I've had an email from them. But when I clicked it, it just said failed to load. So I messaged them and said, did you actually send me this? Can I have it now, please? I've told someone I can have this and I've not got it. But yeah, I'm going to be mortified if they gave me a prize that was worth absolutely nothing. Outrageous. I think they basically owe me a PS5. But,
well, maybe. Take it up with them.
I am chasing it up anyway, because I was hoping to get that.
That's fine. Not to worry, Sheepdog. Right, okay, so the games then. first game I played, like I say, was the Astro's Playroom. It's probably the most. It's the most fun I've had with it, in the sense of like just being just amusement and yeah, the newest thing. It's the thing that you want to push people towards. If people are saying like, "What should I play?" Push them towards that, because that'll get them on board. I've played about an hour to 90 minutes of Miles Morales. It's more Spider-Man.
It's very like the old one, isn't it?
It is, but it's a lot of the wheat and chaff taken out of it, I feel. There's nowhere near as much of the map filled with icons everywhere. Like it is there. No, it is there. They are there, but nowhere near as much.
No, you wait. It adds more as you go. That's part of what I was going to say.
I have seen it sticking them in there, but like I say, I feel like there's certain things aren't there. That it's cut some of it back. The story stuff feels like slightly cut back, maybe.
So I was annoyed before because I'd read a review that had said there's about 10 hours a game there, but then playing it, I can see what they mean in that if I literally just ignore everything and get on with it, it'll be a quick story. Like I think the they shoot themselves in the foot a little bit because they tell you how far through the story you are percent-wise. At least that's how I'm understanding it. So it's telling me that I might be like, I don't know, 30% through the story. But I haven't noticed the percentage going up when I'm doing the. Are you far enough in that you've got the app that tells you people need help starting their car? Or...
I've got. I can't remember what percentage I was, but I got an app and I got the app and I did a mission for my uncle.
Yeah,
that was pretty much where it.
Yeah, so there's become like places. There's places for the story on the map. There's also those underground chests, which the first 3 I looked for, I thought were literally underground before I realised that was the name of the group.
Yeah, the underground is the name of the bad guys. Or
it's like find the underground chest, and I'm like standing 2 meters from it, thinking, well, how do I get underground to get it if I'm 2 meters above it?
Wow!
And then I realised it was to my right. Which I feel like I can't be the only person who's made that mistake, surely. Maybe you didn't.
But I didn't personally, no. I'm sure people did, though, Sheepdog.
Yeah, I hope people did. It is cool. I haven't played it as much as I want to this week because I've been just busy with work, but I feel like I got led astray by a negative article in terms of thinking it wasn't worth it, really. I don't know. I don't tend to get them at 50 quid. I mentioned before anyway, but now I'm kind of like, okay, now I'm going to get my money's worth out of this. I'll be playing this for at least another couple of weeks probably, and that's fair enough, isn't it? On a game, really, you can't really ask for more than that. Jumping in and out, it's not too hard to follow. It's fun. I feel like Kev's more likely to complete a game like this than he would to go and do the Spider-Man.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah,
because seems like it's maybe, like you say, it's just too padded out. You have to go and do some of the things, and they're a bit long-winded. The first time, you could easily burn an extra 3 hours just doing the taster of these missions that it makes you do. Whereas you do one of these, and then it's like, okay, I could probably ignore them. I'll probably do them because I quite enjoy seeing what other characters are there and that kind of thing. And who knows, if they bring out more DLC in future, I might even play that. But I'm on board with it now. I'm quite enjoying it. But have you? You say you've not got too far then, no?
No, like I say, I feel like I played about 90 minutes maybe, if that. And yeah, it's got more of a, I don't know, it's got more of a Miles feel to it. So when he starts swinging, there's like a kind of a beat starts when he starts swinging.
He flails a bit as well, doesn't he?
He does. Well, here's the thing. So I pre-ordered it, and I get the Spider-Verse suit with it. The Into the Spider-Verse suit is in it.
Is that the track suit?
No, track suit is a different one. It's called basically the Spider-Verse suit, and it's the Spider-Verse suit from the film. And there is a mod for that suit which lets you move and swing and like say run around or whatever, like he does in the film. Mm-hmm. And you won't notice it until you do it, till you put that mod on and do it. but he moves at a different frame rate to the game, like he does in the film. And it's bizarre, but it's so cool. It's so cool. It kind of looks like he's stuttering, but because he's at a different frame rate. It's very cool. It's very cool.
So I got pre-order and it gave me the tracksuit, the Spidey suit number 2, skill points and gravity. So was it a PS5 only pre-order, that suit?
No, I think it's for everyone as far as I'm aware. It's you get there was 2 suits for pre-order, the tracksuit and that one.
Oh right, so Spidey suit number 2 might be my.
It probably is. It is that one. Probably it is that one. I think it said Spidey suit number 2 because it probably what you're seeing is before they revealed what it actually was.
Right, yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so they did that, and it is very, very cool. Like I say, but it is going to be. It is shorter. No, there's no doubt about it. It is a shorter game, and that probably does. I would, like Sheepdog said, I would say that probably appeals to you, Kev. That it is a shorter game that.
I was certainly tempted.
Yeah,
but then thought, well, if I'm going to get it, I should probably get them both. And then it was £70 to get them both.
I got them both.
And yeah, I thought, do I really want to spend £70 on a game I've already bought once and didn't play?
Yeah, I was hoping. It didn't bring my save over, which I wasn't happy about. I'll have to faff about with that to try and get that.
I was going to say, I've got my Persona 5 saves come over.
I thought I'd transferred it over, but I obviously didn't do, because I transferred a lot of the saves over before, and I transferred a handful of PS4 games over as well.
Do you mean your Miles Morales save, or
no? My actual Spider-Man original Spider-Man save, because that carries
Spider-Man.
over.
Sorry, I was thinking Miles Morales doesn't connect, does it? I was panicking.
Spider-Man
then.
Remastered you can carry the save over from the original Spider-Man.
Right, yeah, no. I thought you meant Miles Morales had some sort of tie-in, and I was panicking that I hadn't done something and I'd have to start again.
No. I just thought, well, I never finished the DLC. I think I finished the first one and started the second one, but I never finished it. So I thought I can do that, and you get new Spidey as well. You get new Spidey face. Whether he's got new Peter in this remastered edition. Did you get remastered Peter in Miles Morales on the PS4, Sheepdog?
Do you know what? You know, I said the other week it wasn't as polished. I can't. I think it was the new one, but it didn't look like either of them. It didn't look like the pictures I've seen online. I was going to ask you. I can't remember how far in it is. I don't think it's too far, but there's like a Christmas meal or something.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. I saw that. Yeah.
And for me, that meal, it just looked a little bit under polished, and I wondered if I'm sure it looks very nice on PS5.
Looks fine.
Yeah.
And I was playing in fidelity mode on 4K, whatever it is, 4K with ray tracing. It looked fine.
Well, I was playing on like a 8-year-old HD TV. It's 1080p, so it should look all right. But I mean,
I'm saying it did look. It was fine from what I could see. I didn't overly notice it, so yeah, it was fine. It was. Yeah, it was fine. But I'll finish that. I'll count. That's something I know I'll do. Whether I'll platinum this one, I don't know, because it was a lot of work to platinum the original Spider-Man. I'm
wondering whether I did, because I did all of the missions.
I'm quietly confident you didn't.
Which missions do you not think I did?
You'd know about it, Sheepdog, because you have to do all of the gangs, literally every collectible, all the gangs, all the things.
All of the backpacks. I got all.
Yeah, the backpacks. Trust me, there is so much stuff there. Yeah, you have to do all the environment things. You have to do all the
the environmental ones.
Yeah, there's so many different ones. The gangs are the pain in the ass. You got to do all the gangs for each borough, and there's so many of them. Yeah, well,
I'm gonna double check
your platinums.
I'll double check, because it might be the only one I've got. I'll report back for next week and give me an apology if.
Right.
And a $5.
Like I say, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying it is a lot of work, Sheepdog, and I feel like you would have.
You owe him a PlayStation 5 if you're wrong, Pab.
You do, Pab. Give me a PS5 if I've got.
What I'm saying is, Sheepdog, I feel like you would. It's a significant amount of work, and you would know about it. I feel like you would know about it if you.
To be honest,
you wouldn't mistakenly get it. Is what I'm saying.
I feel like every generation I get a game that just kind of hits me right. I say every generation, it's the same gen, but like with Batman Arkham Knight, I just decided, I'm going to do everything in this game, and I went and did it. And
hold up.
What?
This is the game that you got and then didn't play for a long time.
What, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a big gap in that. See.
Oh god, yeah. No, I've had this game for ages. Yeah, I got this game soon after.
I've got this game and I'm going to do everything in it. You decided nearly a year later.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit like that. I'll probably do the same with Red Dead. I'll get on it in like 6 months' time and be like, right, I'm gonna 100% this now. Just has to strike my mood right.
Yeah.
You know what else has to strike your mood, Sheepdog?
What's that?
Listening to these lovely adverts we're about to play. We'll be back after a message from our sponsors. There you go. The adverts. Did you enjoy them? That's Sheepdog's PS5 paid for now. Lovely, lovely stuff. Pab,
yes.
Please continue with whatever you were talking about before you were rudely interrupted.
That's fine. We're all right. So we did some Spider-Man, Miles Morales. The other Spider-Man is fine, by the way, as well. The actual Spider-Man remastered. I played up to like the Fisk fight, and you beat him, and yeah, it's fine. It's just slightly shinier, more polish on it, yeah, but it's absolutely fine.
Is it actually noticeably different looking? Have they actually done something to it?
It's just well, it's got ray tracing.
Or is it Emperor's New Clothes? Well, I'm playing it on the PS5, so it must be better.
It's got better lighting on it, and so
it's nothing I'd notice.
If you put it side by side, you'd notice. If you were just playing it, turned it on, you probably wouldn't notice it.
I'm unlikely to play them both at the same time.
If you watched a video of it, though,
right.
and someone said to you, look at this, and then look at this, you would say, okay, yeah, I can see that. But if you just turned it on, then no, you probably wouldn't notice it.
Excellent. So I don't need to replay that 1 hour where I wandered around climbing buildings.
I feel like you played more than an hour.
Trying to get off the island.
Yeah,
I streamed it and never went back to it.
Yeah,
I've never played that off stream, that game.
Well. Okay, the next one I played is... What did I play? It's Demon Souls. I played Demon Souls. So this is the original Souls game.
I imported this from Japan way back when.
Did you?
Yeah, never played it.
I was going to say,
it from Japan.
What made you do that?
It was when we were on the old forums that we don't discuss because they're evil to us. Everyone was getting it, and I thought, I've never imported a game. Everyone else is doing it. I'll do it. Then it arrived. It was all in Japanese.
I did that with Final Fantasy 12.
I didn't bother playing it.
I imported Final Fantasy 12 back in the day and realised my PlayStation couldn't play imports. And then someone told me if I jammed something into something on it, it would work. And I ended up having to get a new PlayStation.
Well done, Sheepdog.
Yeah, I got one that could play imports at that point, so it all kind of worked out. They were right, really. Yeah, if I jammed something long and sharp into the CD tray, I could then get it to play it by buying a new one. But yeah, sorry to go.
All right. I'm more curious. What did you do with that shit, Kev? What did you sell it?
What, Demon Souls?
Yeah.
Sold it, I think.
Okay,
at
good.
a profit, I
was
imagine,
going to say,
as well.
I imagine you probably would get a fair amount for it. Excellent. So, Demon Souls, it is very much that game remade. It's not a remaster; it's a remake. So it's like all new textures. Similar to the recent Resident Evils, where they've actually remade the actual game, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's and it looks very nice. It's just a very nice looking one of those. It's still the same game from everything I've seen. I've never played it. I've only seen bits and pieces of it myself. I feel like I played about, like I say, similar to about an hour or two maybe of it, and I've got to a certain point. I killed everybody around in this certain area. I opened a big door, and there's the fog door there. The fog doors are generally leads to the boss. And I thought, okay, well, I've got all these souls, and I've gone around all this place, escaped the dragon, and I thought I'll go back to the hub world sort of thing and redeem my souls to upgrade your character. That's what you do. Now I need someone's help now. If somebody's listening who knows exactly what I'm going to say, please get in touch with me and let me know, because I'm kind of like terrified of losing my souls at this point. And I got back to the hub world, and the woman there who you redeem your points with isn't there. And I was like, is that a bug? Is she not meant to be there? Have I got to fight this boss fight first before she'll turn up? I don't know. And so yeah, I've been like, I don't know what to do anymore. So I kind of just ran around the hub world for 10 minutes until I decided to come off of it, because I was like, I'm just waiting for someone to come and rescue me, but there was nobody came, so I turned it off. But it was good. I enjoyed it. It was very Dark Souls. Me just very cautiously shuffling down corridors, waiting for some like monster to jump out at me and like attack me.
I don't understand your definition of good, Pab.
It's for beating things, like the elation that you get for beating things is.
It just gives him a nostalgia trip from being at school, wandering down the corridors, avoiding the bullies. Whereas Kev and I mean, I know I'm not as tall as tall people now, but I was quite tall at school. Kev and I didn't get bullied. I can imagine Pab had to scuttle down corridors waiting for big monsters to jump out.
I didn't get nothing. I was no one noticed me. I just stayed in the background.
I'd have noticed you as I was shoving you into a locker.
Yeah, you'd have been tasting my bag, hitting you in the face every day as I charged down corridors. If I saw a crowd of people in a corridor, Pab, I'd just jump straight in and let the sea take me away as my bag just smashed everyone in the face. We reminisce about that all the time now. Just me diving in. Love it.
Wow. So yeah, Demon's Souls is very good. It looks very nice. It's got some very cool particle effects and stuff like that. The other thing I've played, what?
Particle effects.
Have you seen particle effects on this console yet? They're insanely
not
good.
On that console, no. But
no,
okay.
Exactly. So shush. The other thing I've played, it isn't exclusively on the PS5, but Bugsnax I have played. It's on the PS Plus for this month, is it? That seems right. Yes, it is.
I thought this was what Kev ate. Now he's a vegan.
Well, bugs.
No,
you can't
what
eat bugs as a vegan.
The snacks that bugs have.
What do bugs eat? Other bugs, probably.
Yeah,
no, like
right.
grime and slime off of rocks and leaves.
Yeah, I eat a little bit of slime. What's wrong with that?
Probably licking mould off of a stone.
I'm not going to take the food away from the stone lickers, Sheepdog. That's cruel.
It is cruel.
So yeah, Bugsnax. You are. I feel like you're a journalist who is trying to find an explorer who's gone missing. So you know where she's gone to. She's gone to this island. I can't remember the name of it. It's called something like Snack Tooth Island or something like that. And it's very okay. I don't know if you'll get this, Kev. If I'm honest, I don't know if it's going to be your thing, but it's very. I kind of liked it. The characters kind of look like Muppets or something from Sesame Street.
Interesting. It's quite important that you make the distinction there, because if they look like Muppets, I'm on board. If they look like they're on Sesame Street, I'm out.
What
about Fraggle and Fraggle Rock? Where do you...
Fraggle Rock, come back in again.
Okay.
They're more like...
Careful.
Elmo.
Oh, Pab.
Goodness sake, Pab.
They're not Elmo, but they are akin to something like Elmo. Anyway, so you go to this island and then you meet the mayor who's on the floor, just like he'd been knocked out or something. You find him and he says, "Oh, I need some like something to rejuvenate me. Can you go get me a bug snack?" And you go like, "What the hell?" And then there are these little what are they? They're like pretty much critters, or like bugs, or I'm trying to think if there's any other.
Strawberry with googly eyes. Oh, that's from Octodad.
So I think this is from the Octodad. Is it the Octodad people that made this?
Yeah. Do you know what? No, that's what it says. I misread it.
Yeah. There you go. See, so it says so. Yeah. So you see there's a little strawberry there with googly eyes, and it's just crawling around. And the second you go up to it, it just bolts for a bush, and you can't get it. So he gives you a trap.
The cover to the game is a man with a net chasing a strawberry that's looking over his shoulder, going, "Can't catch me."
Yeah. So, and so what you do, right? You get given a trap. Where do you put the trap? You don't know. So you get your camera out. You take a picture of it. This is where it comes in, Sheepdog. You might be interested. You take a picture of it. It shows its path that it takes. So you put the trap down and on the path that it takes. You go and hide behind a rock and wait for it to come out, and it starts making its path again. And you trigger the trap, and boom, you got it. And now you have a Strabby. It's called, I think it is a Strabby.
Sounds a lot like Pokemon. What you're describing here.
It is Pokemon. It is a lot like Pokemon, and in fact, it's Pokemon Snap. It's Pokemon Snap because you go and take pictures of these Pokemon.
Doesn't sound like Pokemon to me.
It's Pokemon Snap.
I mean, where's the rap?
What?
Where's the rap?
Well, I've not got that far yet, Sheepdog. I'll report back on if there's a rap.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you do this, and then you do this more elaborately. Like you find other ones that, like, there's a bunga, and then we don't really want to talk too much about bungas. Don't look up bungas.
It's like Kevin and his uncles.
Shut up about my uncles.
There's a bunga, which is basically a burger with curly fries for legs, and to attract one of them, you need ketchup. So then you go find the farmer that has the ketchup tree, and yeah, and then like I say, there's a series of like elaborate ways that you've got to go and like track them, take pictures of them, and then capture them and then feed them to people because they want them. And like I say, there's a whole load of quests and people to meet, and so far this game I really kind of like it. I've enjoyed the time with it.
McDonald's employees who are going to think that they're brutal and have killed all these poor burger creatures, cut their legs off.
I don't know. It's I don't know, Sheepdog. It's fun. It's fun. It's I was gonna say it's heartwarming and it's probably fine for the kids. But yeah, it's out on pretty much everything. I think it's on PS4 and PC as well. But it is free on PS Plus for PS5 only. So if you've got PS Plus, then and you haven't got a PS5 yet, bank it. Just claim it and add it to your library, and it'll be there for you when you get a PS5. But yeah, it's so good. My favourite animal that I've found so far, just because it's a funny name, I found a crab that is made out of apples. So what would you call that? Have a guess. There we go.
A crab apple.
No, close, Sheepdog. Kev, you got a guess?
Crapple.
You are spot on. It is a crapple. Also, like Pokemon, they speak, they talk, they only say their name. So you hear a little crapple, just crapple, just scurrying around the beach, just shouting crapple. Or you hear the bunga just going bunga.
That's
bunga.
like when I went to the seaside with Sheepdog.
Yeah, Bug Snacks has been, like I say, it's like kind of a breath of fresh air. Realistically, it's akin to something like, it's not like it doesn't do any of the Astro's Playroom kind of stuff with a controller, but it's nice just to play something a bit different and out there. And it, like I say, it's genuinely, like I say, a breath of fresh air to do something different.
Well, you 20 minutes ago, just to I've been saving this. You doubted me. You questioned me, and you're absolutely bang on. To be honest with you, mate, I'm so far off platinum of this game. I'm thinking I might have to put it back in after I've completed Miles Morales. And weirdly, I've done all the difficult ones. I've left out so many easy ones that I'm gonna have to go back through.
Yeah, I figured as much because it's not an easy task, and there's a lot of trophies to get this platinum, and I did it, but by the end of it, I was just looking them up. I was just like, how do I get this? And it's basically the ones I was struggling with, clear all the gangs out. I'm
surprised. Like it says, go to the top of Avengers Tower. I've definitely been to the top of that once I established that it was the building I had already visited. When I asked you lot where it was. Purchasing all the suits, I thought I'd done that, so I'm just looking at it thinking I can do a lot of them. I'll see how I get on, but once I've done Miles Morales, I was also going to try and segue off the back of you talking about Pokemon to mention two things that I'm quite excited about with that. I mean, one's not that exciting. It's Community Day today. If you're listening when this comes out, it's Community Day in the next 20 minutes. Get your phone, Go out, start catching. But the big thing was they announced their new Go Beyond event, which is about they're changing the game a lot. They're making it easier to get experience. They're making it easier to get a load of other stuff that were harder to get. But also they're adding in 10 new levels with like really long-winded challenges on each one. So it's not something you can just do by grinding. You have to, like, I'm just getting the thing up quickly to give an example. To power up a legendary 20 times, win 30 raids, catch 200 Pokemon in one day. That one's probably not too difficult for Wales, but then it gets to the point where it's like, I don't know, win 30 battles in the player v player, beat Team Rocket 100 times, and yeah, the idea is they just added a load of stuff to it that you can just work on, and it's become more of a game again rather than just, oh, the shiny's out, let's go catch it. Okay, now there's nothing to do for a week or whatever. And I'm quite excited about that. There's lots of people moaning that I've put 4 years into making my Pokemon good and I want them to stay good forever, but it feels like removing all of that and making you almost have to work again for stuff is quite a good way to refresh the game. So I'm excited. It's given me another thing to go at in it. And yeah, I have to talk about Pokemon Go. I'm not paid to. But...
Did you describe yourself as a whale there?
No, I'm not a whale.
Is that what you meant?
Did I tell you that I got my stats off of them? And there's like a thing where you can email Niantic and say, like, give me all my privacy data, and they email you back everything. How much would you say you've spent on Pokemon Go, Kev?
What, money?
Yeah.
500 quid.
Okay, Pab. Compared. Well, no. I'm assuming you spent now.
Okay.
But
no, very little.
Where do you think I am compared to Kev?
I feel like you, despite you playing it more, I feel like you would be less.
Yeah, I was going to say higher or lower, and then I thought the fact I offered lower would even make it possible. I'm shocked, to be honest, because I asked my wife to guess, and she was like, you probably spent at least 600-700 quid on it. And I was like, no, lower. And she was like, okay, 400 quid. And I was like, lower. And she was like, 300. I said, lower, 200. Apparently, I'd spent bang on 150 quid on this game since it came out. And even I'm like, seriously, really? Is that all?
How do I do this? I want my data. Perhaps I've not spent as much as I thought.
You just email privacy@niantic.com and say, I'd like my data, please. And then, like, a week and a half later, they'll send you an email. They've sent me it for the Harry Potter game and their other Ingress game as well. And I know I've not touched them, so I don't really need to see them. But it was interesting to tell me, like, how far. I mean, some of the stats are already in the game, like how far you've walked. I was hoping I'd get their support team slagging me off for the amount of times I've demanded my stuff back when the pass has bloody malfunctioned or whatever. If it has a single bug, I'm like, no, I want that back. Give it back now. But they didn't slag me off once, which I'm very disappointed about. I was looking forward to some drama. But yeah, I'm shocked. It did make me think, my wife thinks I spend more money on games than I actually do, so now I need to just at least triple it, because yeah, she was okay with the thought of me spending as much as Kev does on a game that he doesn't play anywhere near as much as me, so I need to be more like Kev, which I don't say often.
You say that all the time. It's your motto.
It is my motto, be more Kev. Just because someone already stole the be more dog motto, and I can't use that one.
Right, I've literally just sent them an email that only says, can I have my data, please? I'm not holding out much hope here.
That's pretty much what mine said. I was like, hi, can I have my data, please? Kind regards. Just, yeah, what are they going to do? They don't want you, like, I really need my data because I'm on a podcast where I like to talk about games. I've also been playing the Dynamax Adventure stuff that I talked about briefly before. My son now has the add-on, so we've been playing them together. Everyone said it was really convoluted and difficult to do multiplayer on this, and Nintendo are idiots, and because they said that, I tried too hard to figure it out. Didn't do what seemed like the natural, obvious thing to do, and then after failing 3 times, I tried what I thought it would have been in the first place, and it was literally just putting the code in for your, like, setting a code for your battle, then putting that code into the next person's battle, and then we were playing together. So if anybody else has the DLC and they want to do some Dynamax raids in the week on the adventure bit in the DLC to get legends, let me know, because the AI on it's terrible. You'll get given 2 good Pokemon, and the AI will pick on Magikarp, and then it'll spend the whole time just hiding or defending itself and dying, and it's like... Although Ollie doesn't seem to have this problem, I have this problem. I don't know if it's a setting thing, if listeners can tell me. He seems to do a battle with 3 AI and they're all good. I do a battle with 3 AI and they all just pick turds and just completely suffocate the game, so I don't really get it. But yeah, that's been fun as well. I think the handheld of the Switch has helped me at least keep my arm in gaming this week, where I've just been busy with work. I was working till like 7:30 later on some bits, and then just it's pushed everything back. But I've been able to just sit there with the Switch while I do it, which has been nice.
Excellent, Sheepdog. Excellent. Very quickly, I'll bring up that I've played more Assassin's Creed Valhalla this week, and I love that game.
Have you managed to get it working on your PS5?
I've not played it on PS5.
Okay, because Anna's properly grumpy about both her Ubisoft games that she bought on PS4 that were supposed to have the upgrades. So Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed. Neither of them have got the updates available on PS5. Then unless you're in Turkey or the Netherlands, apparently. And she's genuinely sat there trying to set up a Turkish PlayStation account so that she can update them. Well, I think you need the account as well.
Oh, right. Bless her. Why, is that just delayed for a reason, or...?
Because Ubisoft are rubbish, apparently.
I don't know. I've not heard that, but yeah, that's
it's all over. It's all over Tinternet, Pab.
Is it? I don't know. I've played it on PC. But yeah, I was a bit cautious of it last week, and as I said last week, I just need to play more of it. And as I've said last week, I am very much enjoying that game so much. It's so very good. It's buggy as hell, and I'll say this to you now. It is a very buggy game. More buggy than the previous two that have been out, but I still really do like this game. That says a lot, considering if it's full of bugs. It's not game-breaking bugs, it's just a bit hit and miss every now and again. It's like some weird stuff goes on. But yeah, it's still a very, very good game. Well, will I play it to the end? Who knows? I got to a point in it. I genuinely don't. I feel like I start the last two I've started, and I've not nowhere near finished them. It's too big. But I got to a mission earlier in the week, and it involved upgrading someone's house to a certain point where you can carry on speaking to the seer, and the seer gives you like a potion type thing, and you go into like a dream state sort of thing. And you go somewhere very cool. Very, very cool indeed. But it is also power level 90, and I was power level 50 at the time. It didn't tell me that once I got in. But you do go somewhere very, very cool. So
Northampton.
Good. No. I've already
cooler than Northampton.
I've already been to Northampton. It's not as good as you think, I'll be honest with you.
I'm a posh fan, Pab. I know Northampton is a dive.
Yeah. Not much going on in Northampton, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, it is a very good game, and I'll continue to play that one because, yeah. The only other thing I can tell you about, and Kev can chime in on this, and Sheepdog can chime in on this.
Oh, you'll let me, will you? Go on.
Well, me and Sheepdog managed Tottenham last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Football manager. Sheepdog was my assistant manager.
Yeah, that was
last
fun.
Weekend.
I enjoyed that.
Explain. I don't understand.
Ad just nipped into Pab's stream, and I'll let him continue.
He spent pretty much most of the stream sat there, and I was asking him Tottenham questions because I started a stream as Tottenham because, as mentioned last week, I played as Bolton with one hand tied behind my back and blindfolded because it's really hard to play as Bolton. Apparently, so I thought,
yes, it is, Pab.
Let's play again.
Yet you then went and picked Tottenham. What were you thinking?
Tottenham are one of those teams where, if in real life and in the game, if they just spent a bit... I mean, Pab actually turned off the ability to spend money, which I would have... If I'd got there sooner...
Daniel Levy mode.
Yeah, if I'd got there quick enough, Pab, I'd have told you not to do that. But
I didn't think it would just... I thought it would skip the transfer window and let me get to the games. I didn't think it would make me sit...
You could do that by setting the date.
What? Can you do that?
You can select the start date at the start. You could have had it...
I just skimmed your video on what to do. So I just
you should have watched it properly when I explained that section.
Yeah, I just thought, I'll click that button for no transfer window. First window, no. I didn't think I was going to sit through the transfer window where everyone else bought people and stuff. Well, I just didn't buy anyone.
I literally ended the chat going, Pab, get rid of Danny Rose. Just come on, what's he doing? Get rid of him. But it was fun just being in there, chatting to you. You asking questions. It's made me feel more like, because certain bits about Football Manager that irritate the heck out of me are like the assistant manager just being like a flea in your ear the entire game. You know, Dembele looks tired. He obviously played for Spurs when I last played it. Danny Rose is a car horse, get rid of him, all that sort of stuff. And you're like, yeah, okay, I have to click through 5 things to do this. But in Pab's game, he was just like, he had an option between I'll do it myself or go on then. And they'd sub someone off for him, or, and I was like, that's all I've ever wanted. Someone to play the hard bits for me.
FM21's the best version they've ever made. Sheepdog, it's a significant step forward. You need to get involved.
I told you before, I just need a machine that can run it.
You've got a Mac that'll run it, it'll be fine. And plus, by using my discount code that's down in the description below, there's less risk, Sheepdog, because it's a much cheaper game than if you bought it from Steam directly.
Also, it's on Xbox.
Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't have to pay for it. I know people who literally work for work on it, work for a football club. I feel like...
I asked them to give me your copy so that I can give it to my brother for his birthday and then give a load away on Twitter and look like a hero.
Yeah, I just feel like...
I say, Sheepdog doesn't want it. He says I can have his copy.
Yeah, nah. I'm just gonna resentfully until I get to Christmas. I'll make a family member buy it for me, and then I'll just pretend I got it for free, and then I'll be fine.
That sounds right, Sheepdog. But yeah, it's good. It's been good playing with like scouts for a start. Scouts are good.
They are good. Aren't they?
Who knew that? Who knew that?
Signed my brother-in-law. Honestly, I don't know whether, because his brother works Football Manager, I don't know whether he's hacked it so that his brother's just good, but Kev always gets him. My mates are not.
Yeah, he's the best scout in the game.
Chris Baker at Man City.
I'm writing it down.
He's a football analyst, I think, in real life, so I'm guessing he's in the game. When he signed for City in real life, I was really tempted to get onto some local, some newspapers and just make out that City had just bought the best scout in Football Manager and just see whether I could build his, media hype around him. But then I thought he probably wouldn't like that. He's quite serious. He'd probably be a bit embarrassed if I got the Sun talking about how he was the best rated scout in Football Manager. But yeah, he is, and he is really good at his job as well. He's worked at quite a few football clubs, and he's really good. So he's at Man City, for God's sakes. Like, he just signed for them. 6 months ago, was it? Lockdown's been too long. But yeah, he's the best scout in the game. Everyone always sends me updates going like, oh, your brother-in-law's at Milan now, he's gone to Barcelona. And I keep checking what his wage is.
I had him at Bourne for years.
Yeah. I keep an eye on his wage, thinking these Christmas presents better start getting better. I look at it and think, that year, you could probably buy me a house if we so loaded. So yeah, I'm hoping his career copies what Football Manager suggests he's going to do. But thank me later when you get him and he's... I should have told you this last week on the stream, to be fair.
I'm streaming again tomorrow. I'll be doing it again tomorrow with Tottenham. I had a funny thing.
All right, Pluggy Magoo. Where will they find that?
Twitch.tv/pab1986.
Interesting.
So I asked at some point that it suggested, someone goes on a license course to improve the training ability or what have you. And I said, yeah, go on then. I said, yeah, okay, fine, right. And then it came back a few days later on. Daniel Levy has told them we don't think he needs to go. And I was like, what? And then so there was like a little thing there, like a discussion button, and I just normally just ignored it. So I clicked on it, and it said, okay, what do you want to talk about? I said, I think he'd benefit from going on this course. And he went, all right, okay, fair enough, send him. I was like, what? I was like, was that just testing me? Was he just testing me? He just wanted a conversation. He's stuck in that boardroom on his own. He's bored. He wants to talk to someone. He wants to come in and go have a word with him. It was weird. It was a weird thing for him just to be... He didn't even fight it. He just was like, just backed down immediately. Just did nothing. I was like, what? You could have just okayed it on the email. You didn't have to have me come in and tell you.
Do you think they do any modelling around the real life personas of some of the more famous chairmen? Because Daniel Levy's obviously had a whole documentary about him earlier in the year, and I could imagine that had been a scene in it, like Mourinho just saying, I want this fella to go on training. They go, no, and then he just looks at Daniel Levy, he's like, okay, yeah, fine, all right, because he seemed a bit like that. So I just wonder whether they've bent it around,
I don't know,
don't spend money.
It was just a weird moment. You'll be pleased to know, Sheepdog, I streamed again on the Monday as well, some Football Manager, and Nicky came into chat. Nick Fights on Twitch, we know Nicky. No. He came in going, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? And he said that Arsenal are a better team than Tottenham, and that he would only have 2 players from Tottenham in the Arsenal team, and I kind of laughed at that. I did laugh at that quite a lot. So much so that when he had, I think he'd left at this point, and we came to play Arsenal, and we went on to beat him 4-0.
Yeah.
I went and clipped that, and then waited for him to come back. I went, "There you go, Nicky, look at that." And he went, "In real life, not in the game."
Oh
God,
on my YouTube channel, if I mention Spurs on videos that he watches, he bringing thumbs downs, and it actually not gets him in massively, obviously, because I'm not that bothered. But like, if I mention him, I'm like, "Oh, that'll be another downvote from Nicky." Then,
yeah.
I don't know if he still watches. To be honest, I haven't done one in about 2 weeks, but yeah, no, it's got me really thinking about it again, and it does look really good. And I mean, you haven't played them in years, have you? And you're enjoying it.
No, not properly. Like I say, I played them like on and off. Like I feel like the last one I bought was 2018, maybe. But I probably got less than 10 hours in that, if that. Whereas now I'm close to 20 hours in this already, and I've only been playing it on stream as well. I think I've only been streaming it. So yeah. So it's been something that I've got back into quite a bit, and I think when I left off, I think we were second in the team. I think we had to play United as our last game that we played, and they were second and we were third, and I beat them 3-0 and went second. So I left it there, and tomorrow's stream we'll watch it all go to pot, and we'll just end up dropping down that league. But yeah, so far so good.
Excellent.
I'm on board. Finally.
Hey. Pab for the Streamer Showdown announced. Sorted.
No.
I have played one other game that I've been meaning to play for. Well, it's been on PC forever, but it came out on Game Pass this week, or at least this month. I've not seen it on there before. But Game Pass now has Planet Coaster on it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, and I love a theme parky game. And so I've been playing that a little bit, and it's exactly what I want. You know, putting the price up on stuff, making it look nice, building rides, building coasters. I haven't checked yet whether I can add salt to the chips and up the price of drinks and stuff like that. But I assume that goes without saying in these games. That's like the staple thing you're allowed to do. But yeah, I was well happy that appeared, because I feel like any time those games ever get released, whatever device I've got as a PC isn't good enough to do it. And that has been the case for probably 15 years. So I'm finally playing a theme parky game. I think the last time I played a game where I could build a theme park was probably like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. And yeah, that's a long old time ago. So I'm very happy seeing that. And apparently it's going to be a PS5 title in the next month or so. I was reading earlier. That's what reminded me that I'd played it. Is it
I think it is on PS5.
Sorry?
I think it is on PS5, I think.
Yeah, I saw it on the list. Console edition. Do you know what? I can't tell whether this has only just come out, or whether it, like on console, I mean, or whether it's just that because they announced it on both the Xbox and the PS5 new releases. But yeah, it's also on Game Pass, so happy days.
Yeah.
I almost got Gears Tactics as well, but I just thought I can't play that in front of the kids, so I'm not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm not going to get away with playing it in the evening either, then am I? So is that any good?
It's supposed to be very good. It's supposed to be an XCOM game with a Gears skin on it. So if you liked XCOM and you like Gears,
I love XCOM, but I can't play that in the living room either.
It's on PC Game Pass as well, so it is there for PC.
Yeah, God damn it.
But yeah, it is on the consoles now as well.
Someone buy Sheepdog a PC so he stops moaning about it.
Yeah, I need to win one. Or at least convince my wife I've won one. How much have you spent on this? Nothing? Yeah, that's all right. You're correct.
No, it was that Pokemon money.
Yeah.
No, that's 700 quid you thought I'd spent on Pokemon. I feel like I'm owed that now.
Might have that conversation with her. Do you remember the other week when you cruelly doubted me? But yeah. I mean, I'll probably get another email going, that was May. Here's everything pre-May, and it'll be another like grand. And I'm like, oh, sugar. I think part of the reason you've spent 500 and I've only spent 150 is also that it does a really weird something where if you spend a tenner you get like 800 coins or whatever, but if you spend 79p 10 times you'll get 1,000 coins. So I've been doing it that way, which probably whereas you've probably just gone, oh, there's £100, thank you very much. And
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's how I play games.
So that's part of the reason it's a bit lower. I also meant to say, for our listeners that are in, I'm guessing we haven't, I don't know, have we got any listeners in Asia, do you think? We've got listeners in America. On Monday, they're doing raids so there's 3 Pokemon that can only be got in either Europe, America, or Asia, and they're only in raids. And now they do the remote raid passes. From Monday, those Pokemon are in again, and the European one is here, the American one is in America, and the Asian one's in Asia. I've added like 40 people that claim to be from Japan so that I can hopefully get an invite to a raid. But if any of our listeners in America or Asia play the game and need someone in Europe to invite them to a raid, let me know, and I'll send you a number and you can add me, because I think that's pretty cool. I'm quite excited that they'd claimed they were never going to move them or anything like that. So this is the first sort of week where you'll get that. We'll get 2 new legendary Pokemon. So yeah, I meant to say that earlier when I was talking about it and I forgot. So if you are from those countries, let me know.
Marvellous stuff. Right, boys and girls, I believe we will wrap things up there. You'll all be excited to know that I still haven't got Bugsnax downloaded. So we're still plugging away, trying to get stuff downloaded onto this PS5. I might get to use it by Sunday at this rate. I'll try and actually leave it on downloading overnight tonight, but we'll get there. It'll be fine. Make sure as well, Twittery stuff. Twitter at MGUK Podcast, or you can follow me everywhere on the entire internet, apart from TikTok, at Lelujo.
And I'm at RB6K.
And I'm at Pab1986 on Twitter and Twitch.
Indeed, and there's no point following Anna because all her stuff's private now, so you can't. So don't even try. She's not here, but don't even try. You ain't going to find her. She isn't there anymore. She's gone. See you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Thanks for listening, folks.